Now we need to configure one Zabbix agent on our application server, and we need to set up a basic monitoring of CPU and memory using Zabbix. We'll now head over to the application server and we'll be installing first the Zabbix agent. Let's pick the public IP of this Zabbix server .52. Well, I guess it's already open. Let me just re-log in here. Okay, here. For the first thing that I need to do is I need to enable the apt repository for the Zabbix agent. For that I have curated one command list. I need to copy this. I'm going for this Debian package for the repository. I'll just paste it. You can get all these commands on the Zabbix official website. You can even get the steps to how to configure Zabbix server, how to configure Zabbix agent, and how to add the host for monitoring in Zabbix server using the agent. So this Debian package is now here. Just unpack it. I'll just select the name, sudo dpkg -i. That's it. It's unpacked now. Now we'll need to update the repository, sudo apt-get update. It will hardly take a minute. After that we'll be going to install the Zabbix agent. It's done. Sudo apt-get install Zabbix agent. Now we need to configure the Zabbix agent. We'll go to /etc Zabbix, then we have in this directory Zabbix agentd.conf. Let's open it. Oh, it's .conf. So we are here in this directory. Here we need to ensure three things should be there. The first one is the server. The server IP should be there. I mean by server, it's like the Zabbix server IP. So here I need to enter the public IP, the private IP of the Zabbix server. We are not using any public IP because we do not want the communication to take place over the internet. It should happen in a local fashion. Let's pick the private IP of Zabbix server. Let's enter this. The first thing is done. Second, I need to see what's the host name that is set here. Well, it's fine. And I need to make sure the port should be opened. The listening port of the agent is 1050. Let's just uncomment it and save the file. After that, I need to restart the Zabbix agent for all these services to come into effect. Stop Zabbix. Well, it should be like I need to first start the Zabbix agent. Well, okay, I'm using incorrect format because whenever I'm using the start word, I need to use systemctl. And if it's like I want to go with the service, then it should be like sudo service Zabbix agent restart. Let's check the status. And if we are going with the other command, I'll select systemctl. Then here you can use the keywords first and then use the service name. So it's giving the same result. So here I guess the agent is now properly installed. Now we need to head over to the next section where we'll be actually adding the host in the Zabbix server. So here's our Zabbix server. We'll go to the configuration and we'll go to the host section and we'll be adding one host. The host name I can say like it's an application server. Let's give the name. It's as per your choice. In the groups, I need to check for, since I'm going to look for the operating systems, I can go for this template operating systems, or I can say like Linux servers. Then we have virtual machine, I can say. So all these templates I am adding. I need to enter here the app servers, or you can say the Zabbix agent servers private IP. Let me just enter here. and the port on which it's listening is 1050. That's it. Now in the template section, I need to select one template, like for what things I'm going to measure. I'll select the template here. For operating system, actually I want template OS Linux. Then for network devices, if I am using something, then I can add up from here. So operating system is fine now, template OS Linux. Let me select. If any other template you want, you can add it from this menu. We can go, actually these are like ready templates, so you can see here it's enabled and the connection is fine. Well, I need to check whether templates are not coming. Let me just select one template operating system, template OS Linux, select, just add and update. Well, it's fine. So here you can see the templates are coming. Now we'll go to the monitoring section and the graph section to check whether I am getting a graph or not. I need to select the things that I want, like I'm going for Linux servers, then which host, the application server, and which graph I want to check. Let's say go for memory usage. I'll go for the last 5 minutes. Since actually we have configured this Zabbix agent just now, so we need to wait for at least 5 to 10 minutes for the data to come, because we are actually measuring the graphs for the last 5 minutes. We need to wait for some time for these graphs to get populated. For all these things, the graphs will be there in some time. So here I have fast forwarded the video just to show you, like the graph is now getting populated. We can go ahead and check all other parameters, like for the CPU jumps. If you can see, for the last 15 minutes we are getting a graph. So the average value is around 103. And for the CPU load, if you can see, it's like there is no much load on our server. For the CPU utilization, you can see the average idle time for CPU is around 99.82%. That's why we were seeing zero utilization of CPU. And for the memory usage, for the last 5 minutes, I'll say it's like 594 MB of memory has been utilized. So here we complete the monitoring section. There are plenty of options available with Zabbix which you can apply to your application server. Apart from monitoring these CPU and RAM values, you can also monitor the services running on ports. Or suppose if you are using one DB like MongoDB, Cassandra or something, so you can import templates that are available on the Zabbix open source. And there are things like alerts that you can make. You can even add Telegram alerts and other APIs. You can also configure email alerts. So it's so suppose there's a situation when you have configured a trigger when CPU jumps over 50%, then you should get a email alert of some, you can say, like high priority, and if it jumps beyond 80%, then you need an urgent priority alert. So that's it for this monitoring section. We'll now head over to the next section, a bonus section where we will be setting the Groovy CI/CD pipelines.